Hi, and welcome to this demo video where I will use the example data that we provide in the AutoGaitA repository to show you the main functions and possibilities of our toolbox. And I will start with demonstrating AutoGaitA DeepLabCut, which can be seen as an example of one first level toolbox, the other one being the Motion toolbox. And with this toolbox, you can go from a folder like this, where you have body posture data that you tracked with either DeepLabCut or Motion. So for example, like this video here, where we track the body of a mouse walking over this beam with DeepLabCut. And using our toolbox, you can easily go from such a folder to a results folder, or rather results subfolders, one for each of your input videos. And here you get a number of things. You get plots like hind limb stick diagrams, so the hind limb of this mouse for each of the 4 steps of this video. Or what else? Joint angles over the average step cycle. So after normalizing and averaging step cycles, what were the angles of the joint for this mouse? The angles of the joints of the hind limb, right? Then you get Excel files like this one, so all the numerical exact values of the average step cycle for the features that you got with DeepLabCut, as well as features that we compute with AutoGaitA, such as knee velocity or ankle angle velocity. And in AutoGaitA, you just click on DeepLabCut and this window opens. You have to enter some configuration, which I just quickly do for our data set here. There's quite a lot of advanced configuration and possibilities. One of the most important one that I want to quickly show you is here, this window, where you can customize your joints, so what should be analyzed and how angles should be defined and configured. And this window allows AutoGaitA to be able to analyze the data of any species doing any behavior, because you can just customize what the joints or the angles are called in your species. And once we're done with this, we use this window to tell AutoGaitA some information about our data set. I just quickly fill it out here. And once that is done, we can just click on pass the info and run. We can open our terminal and we can see that AutoGaitA gives us some information. So for example, we standardize gait direction so that all mouse are simulated to walk from left to right in our video, and AutoGaitA tells us if that happened, or if the original gait direction was right to left and we simulate that it was left to right. Or we also do some automatic rejection of step cycles if the tracking of DeepLabCut failed for that step cycle. And for example, for this video, that happened for the first one. So we inform the users here about that as well. There's many more errors and warnings and information that we print to this window here. But just for example data, it's just these. So now we get these results folders. And if we want to compare some groups, we just click on the group button here. This window opens after you select that you want to contrast 3 groups. So you can contrast between 2 and 6 groups. And this can be different experimental conditions, it can be different mutations, it can be different species. As long as the configuration of your first level analysis is the same for all groups, AutoGaitA contrasts them without a problem. And here, once again, configuring the info as needed, we are ready to contrast our 3 groups. And for example, we can here choose which features to test statistically and what to include in principal components and analysis. I just click some randomly here, and let's say we want anchor velocity for stats and knee velocity. And now we're ready and run the analysis. And again, for the group analysis, we get some information as well. So in this case, we can see that these were the features of the PCA. These are the three groups that we are comparing. These are the statistics features. And we get some results of our repeated measures ANOVA with the exact p-values. And that's it. So our results are now stored in this folder. And here there's a lot of files and information that we provide for group analysis. I won't cover this too much, but maybe some highlights. There's a text file with the exact p-values of all tests, of all contrasts, of all features. And if wanted, users can also get a 3D PCA scatter plot as a video like this. And there's a lot of figures, a lot of Excel files that I'm happy to explain more if you want, or you can also always look at the YouTube tutorials that we provide, or our repository as well as our documentation. And you can also always write me an email at AutoGaitA@fz-jülich with an ue.de.